des reproches, et à toi aussi, chérie. On savait à quel point elle était malheureuse dans cet hôpital.
On ne savait pas très bien ce qu'elle pensait.
Mais elle était malade. Et par fierté, tu as toujours refusé de l'admettre. Et tu croyais qu'elle s'en sortirait toute seule, qu'elle s'en sortirait sans aucun traitement.
Sophia.
Oh, écoute, excuse-moi, mais je m'inquiète de l'avoir terrifiée. Aussi bien à l'idée d'être enfermée là-bas comme de se retrouver dans sa famille.
Je voudrais mettre la main sur ce Pearl.
2 semaines. Vous ne pensez qu'à vous. C'est pas bien.
Depuis quand penses-tu pouvoir entrer ici et parader à ton aise comme si tu étais chez toi?
Est-ce que je dois me considérer comme insultée? Tu crois peut-être que je serais effondrée parce que j'assisterai à ton mariage? Oh, pas de risque.
Gina, je me moque de ce que tu penses. Si je t'ai invité, c'est uniquement par égard pour Brandon.
Je n'arrive pas à croire que vous n'ayez pas le tact d'attendre que votre chère petite soit revenue près de vous. Bon alors, et Kelly?
J'avoue que je saisis mal les raisons de votre préoccupation pour ma fille.
Le docteur Rawlings a du nouveau?
Non.
Et s'il ne la retrouve pas avant 2 semaines, vous allez annuler le mariage?
C'est notre affaire et pas la tienne.
Vous ne tenez pas à ce que Kelly soit là? C'est vrai, après tout, vous avez tout votre temps, vous n'êtes pas des jeunes gens. Rien ne vous presse à ce point.
Si vous vous intéressez de cette manière à Kelly, vous avez sûrement quelque chose à y gagner.
Excusez-moi, je dois aller chercher une robe de mariage.
Demande pardon.
En fait, une robe pour le mariage. C'est une petite erreur.
Où voulez-vous en venir?
Rien. Vous finirez par devenir paranoïaque, Sophia.
Doesn't look like Kelly and our friend Mr. Kupnick have been here. If we don't find them before Kelly's father contacts the police, our whole program could be in jeopardy.
Oh, I don't see why, Doctor. The courts know these incidents happen. And Mr. Kupnick may very well show up on his own. After all, that's what he did last time.
I want to find him first. This is obviously useless. Come on.
They gone?
Yeah. It's my fault. My fault. I must have miscalculated. Somebody must have talked to them about Pearl, so they discovered where I live. We're gonna have to find a new place to hide out, kiddos.
I thought you were Pearl.
Hmm? Well, I am, but everybody else has another side, huh? Don't you?
Language and thought and the metaphysical poets? Divine Commedia? What are you, a poet, Pearl?
I'm a butler. I'm a chauffeur.
And what else?
And everything else, just like everybody else, just like you.
And you read Italian? What is this? What does this say?
You don't believe me? E ora mio potenza. And here my powers failed me. But already my will and desiderio, desire, were turned like a ruoto, wheel that turns evenly. L'amore che muove il sole e la stella. By the love that moves the sun and other stars.
Pearl, that's great.
But out of me, it's paradise. Paradiso. Come on, come on. Get down. Down.
Bonjour. Des appels?
Le labo vous envoie un rapport.
Merci. Une réponse pour les comprimés à analyser?
On vous a raconté des boniments à leur sujet. Ce sont des produits hautement toxiques.
Merci. Si Santana Castillo appelle, passez-la moi, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, monsieur.
When you replace a headlight, the new one almost always burns more brightly than the others, because it's cleaner. Shall we check it out?
Do whatever you want.
It was you, wasn't it?
Why are you baiting me like this?
Eden could have been killed.
What does this prove? Nothing. Turn them off.
I can check it out. I can find out where the light came from. I can compare the glass. Don't make me do it.
Why are you jumping to all these conclusions? It's what you want to think.
Then stop lying to me. Give me something to build on so that I can believe that you didn't just run her down in cold blood.
No, I didn't see anyone. I didn't see her. I swear I didn't see her.
Are you okay?
How did you know we were here?
I didn't know you were here, but just in case, Dr. Rawlings might be on his way.
Yeah, we know that. He's already come and gone.
Well, I hope you're not hiding from me, too.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you know, that means the whole family must know.
Yeah, they do know, but they don't know where you are, and they're all in a state of panic. Why didn't you call me? You know I would have helped.
Well, I thought you were in Boston.
Yeah, well, I thought that you were staying here to go back in the hospital to be with your friends. Owen, hi.
I did go back into the hospital, but you see, our plans changed a little bit. Somehow Rollins found out that I was Brian's brother.
Did you lay into him?
I know now that whatever happened, he's gonna do his best to hide it.
I think Pearl was lucky to get out of there alive.
What?
That's not true. Dr. Rollins is mean, but he's fair. He wouldn't hurt anybody on purpose. You make it sound like we were all stupid for wanting to help us get well.
No, Owen, I'm sure he's helped a lot of people.
And ladies, Owen put in a lot of time in that place. I don't think it's so good to make him feel like it was all for nothing.
Right. Pearl, you guys got to get out of this place. If I found it, everybody else will. So how can I help?
Tell her about Macintosh.
Okay, well, why don't you come with me out here? We'll talk about
Oh, Pearl.
Huh?
You think it's okay for Courtney to tell my parents that she saw me and I'm okay?
Kelly, if I did that, I have to tell them where, and Uncle Cece wouldn't let me go unless I did.
She's right.
Pearl, Dr. Rawlings is going to tell them all kinds of lies.
No, they're not gonna believe you.
Yes, they will. They're going to think I'm violent or insane, and they'll blame you or they'll blame themselves.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll figure something out, all right?
All right, if you can.
What do you mean if I can? You saved my skin, Kelly. You know, nothing you want is gonna be too much. It's just gonna be out in the front parlor. You got it?
Yeah. Owen, I hope you're not angry with us.
No. Mr. Kupnik was the only friend I had on the ward. But Dr. Rollins was nice to me sometimes. But if they ever catch us, it's gonna be 100 times worse than it used to be.
Est-ce que je n'irai pas dire à la police tout ce que tu as appris sur le docteur Rawlings?
Non, pas la police, elle ne te croira pas. Tu n'as pas de preuves. Tout ce qu'elle fera, c'est de remettre la pauvre Kelly à l'hôpital. Et ça, tu vois, ça, il n'en est pas question.
D'accord. On peut trouver l'homme qui a été en rapport avec Brian. Macintosh, c'est possible? Tu sais où le trouver?
Non, je crois que Macintosh sait ce qui s'est vraiment passé, mais j'ignore qui il est. Si c'est un malade, un docteur, un avocat, ça, j'en ai aucune idée.
Qui se méfiera, mis à part Rawlings, si j'essaye de trouver ce type?
Non, Courtney, non.
Pearl, comment s'appelle l'homme qui travaille avec Rawlings? Le docteur qui est son assistant?
Le docteur Bellows?
Oui, on peut essayer.
Non, Courtney. Je ne veux pas que tu t'approches de lui, tu m'entends? Le docteur Rawlings ne se laissera pas abuser, est-ce que tu comprends?
Oui, mais tu n'as aucune solution. Comment découvrir le poteau rose? Tu ne vas pas te cacher pendant des mois.
Ah, ça serait pas la première fois.
Et tu as pensé à Kelly, elle sera obligée de disparaître en même temps que toi.
Oui, pour un moment, j'y ai déjà pensé quand je l'ai entraînée dans cette histoire.
Alors il faut m'y entraîner aussi. Je peux vous sauver tous les deux si tu me laisses faire. Je tiendrai tête à une armée de psychiatres, je combattrai le monde entier et même Kelly s'il le faut.
Peut-être que vous pourriez m'en dire un peu plus sur votre chauffeur, peut-être son adresse, ses précédents employeurs.
Docteur, ce garçon est un excentrique, mais qu'il ait pu enlever Kelly, ça m'étonnerait. Vous connaissez peut-être cette dame?
Madame Carwell, bien sûr.
Vous croyez qu'elle est en rapport avec cette disparition?
Quoi?
Non, mais non, au contraire, elle se faisait beaucoup de soucis pour votre fille.
Merci. Pourquoi tu n'appelles pas la police? Non. Non, vous voulez que la police la remette en prison? Vous devinez combien ça pourrait être dramatique pour elle.
J'en ai par-dessus la tête de te voir et de t'entendre sans d'ici.
Très bien. Mais je t'appellerai au cas où il y ait du nouveau. Au revoir, docteur.
J'ai bien peur d'être d'accord avec Madame Capwell. Ce ne serait pas une bonne idée que de prévenir la police.
Docteur Rawlings, ma fille a disparu depuis plus de 24 heures.
Oui, et nous la cherchons partout.
Docteur, ça me semble un peu étrange que vous refusiez avec insistance d'appeler la police pour retrouver Kelly. J'avoue que ça me rend un peu soupçonneux.
Mais vous êtes bouleversé. C'est tout à fait courant de la part des parents. Et tout à fait inconsciemment, vous reprochez au médecin la façon dont évolue un malade.
Oui, bien sûr, moi je vous le reproche. Et je ne suis pas inconsciente du tout. Je crois que le traitement que vous appliquez à Kelly, même si c'est pour son bien, lui est tellement insupportable qu'elle n'a pas pu rester un jour de plus dans votre hôpital. Et il me semble, docteur Rawlings, que vous voulez vous couvrir en ne prévenant pas la police.
Bien sûr, vous pouvez appeler qui vous voulez. Apparemment, je suis le seul ici à penser que le statut juridique de votre fille est capital. Vous paraissez oublier que Kelly a été placée en maison de soins de préférence à la prison. Le juge peut très bien estimer que si Kelly est assez sensée pour comprendre l'inculpation de meurtre qui pèse sur elle et disparaître pour essayer d'y échapper, elle est assez sensée pour passer devant un jury. Je ne crois pas que ce soit ce que vous souhaitiez.
Mon cher docteur, j'ai le plus profond respect pour les membres de votre éminente profession, mais je suis un homme d'affaires et tout ce qui m'intéresse, ce sont les résultats. Je ne crois pas que vous ayez joué le moindre rôle dans un progrès éventuel de l'état de ma fille. Si ce n'est que le tribunal vous a fait confiance pour des raisons que j'ignore, et que de cette façon, elle a pu échapper à la prison jusqu'à aujourd'hui, mais j'espère que vous êtes plus fort pour trouver les malades que pour les guérir, parce que si vous ne retrouvez pas ma fille au plus vite, je ferai pression pour que vous et votre établissement soyez mis à l'index. Je pense que je me montre assez clair.
Don't. It was an accident?
Of course it was an accident.
Then why didn't you come to me right away?
Cruz, I didn't even know what I had done until I found out that Eden was hurt and where it had happened.
I'm sorry, but that's a little hard to swallow.
It was dark. There was fog. I wasn't feeling well that day. Remember, that was the day that Brandon came home.
I remember you saying you weren't. Then I remember you saying you were. Then I remember you saying you spent the evening with Keith.
Look, I am not making excuses. I didn't know. By the time I knew, the doctors were saying that Eden was going to be fine.
Oh, and did that make it all right?
No. I was a coward. Do I have to say that?
Yes, you do, and a hell of a lot more. If Eden had died, Santana, if she'd been crippled for life, would you have had the guts then?
Yes.
Well, how did you know she wasn't? She was lying on the road.
Cruz, you're not even listening to me. I told you that I didn't even see her.
And I'm telling you, if you're going to ask me to believe you some of the time, but not the rest of the time, then I will do the picking and choosing. Eden remembered that after the impact, the driver stopped the car. So at the very least, you must have known something was wrong.
I thought... I don't know what I thought. I thought that maybe I hit a pothole. If I stopped, I don't remember.
Did you get out of the car and look?
No.
She said she heard the car door open.
Then she made a mistake.
Or you did.
Cruz. Do you think I'd leave her there for dead?
I don't know what to think. Sometimes I never thought you'd want to have an affair with another man. And I never ever thought that you could come this close to killing a woman and lie about it.
If I was someone else, you'd believe me. If I was Eden, you'd believe me. You think I wanted her dead, don't you?
I don't want to believe that.
You know, accidents happen. You know, I'm sure that you are calm and compassionate when you fill out those reports. But this is Eden. And it's totally different when it comes to her, isn't it?
All right. I talked to her. She said she'd been out at Inspiration Point.
So?
So she went there because she'd heard that you were meeting Keith there.
She was wrong.
Did you know?
Did I know what?
That she thought that she was going to be out there?
Oh, my God. You think I lured her out there?
I don't think anything, all right? But you are not helping me piece this together so it makes sense.
I don't think you want me to.
Cruz. Cruz? There's nobody in the house. Hey, Paul, I'll get back to you later, man.
Sure, that's okay. But, you know, I saw the statement you took from that witness, on the hit and run. And I was wondering if I ran it through the computer, since we got the letter from the license plate and the make and model of the car.
Santana. Santana! What are you doing?
Packing. Don't tell me I can't leave town. Aren't you even going to read me my rights? I have the right to remain silent. I know that one by heart because that is the only right I have ever had in this house.
Santana, you listen.
Anything I say can be used against me. I know that one, too. Anything I say, anything I think and feel.
What do you think?
You know,
what do
I think
you
this
feel?
is the perfect solution. you get Eden, I get to go to jail and become someone else's prisoner for a change. Will you take that broken headlight of yours and that stupid report and do whatever you want with them?
Santana, whose headlight? Face, man.
Cruz!
Whose headlight?
Courtney, je peux te dire que je commence à être un petit peu fatigué de tout ça.
Toi?
Il existe une certaine loi non écrite qui régit les relations humaines. Et elle dit si on passe plus de temps à se bagarrer qu'à se faire plaisir, alors c'est que tout au fond, il s'est produit une fêlure.
D'accord, mais si tu veux parler de ce genre de loi, il y en a une qui dit que si la femme qui t'aime traverse tout un continent pour être avec toi, tu dois au moins te montrer content, sinon heureux de la voir.
Je suis vraiment heureux de te voir.
Tu sais pourquoi je suis revenue? Tu ne te le demandes pas?
Je crois que c'est bien clair. Tu n'as pas confiance en moi quand je suis loin.
Bon, je te présente mes excuses. Je m'inquiétais de te savoir repris en charge par ce docteur Rawlings, mais je crois que tu as bien fait parce que tu as pu protéger les malades. Et je pense que j'aurais dû rester ici pour être près de toi.
C'est très sensé d'avoir changé d'avis, je te remercie.
Mais en réalité, je parie que ça ne compte pas pour toi. C'est vrai, ça ne compte plus du tout.
J'y comprends plus rien.
That's exactly the kind of thing that makes me nuts. You think, I'll tell you what, you think that any woman that I run into when I'm not around you is going to be more attractive to me than you, don't you?
No, I don't. I think I'm wonderful. I think that you couldn't do any better.
Fine, we agree.
But how would you know? I mean, Pearl, there are all these things inside of me, all these things that you have no idea about. And how could you? You don't look. I jump at every chance to show you what's inside of me, to show you how willing I am to work at us. But everything I seem to do lately annoys you.
Courtney, I believe you. I just don't need a constant demonstration, that's all. And I don't want to be expected to have to give one to you either. Especially if it means if I can't get within 10 feet of another woman without you going absolutely bonkers.
If you're talking about Kelly, that's not what I meant.
No?
No, it's just she seems to be so dependent on you.
Well, we only had each other to depend on in that horrible place. Now, is that so mysterious?
No.
I mean, until now. Come here.
No.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's okay. Courtney, wait a minute. What?
And next time you see me, I'll have a new place for you to stay.
I don't understand. Where you going?
If I tell you, you won't let me go.
I'm sorry. I heard some arguing, and then I didn't hear anything, and I was worried that maybe
No, it's
Dr.
okay. It's okay.
Is Courtney upset?
Well, sometimes I honestly can't tell.
What, does she want you to go back to Boston with her? Pearl, maybe you should. I mean, Dr. Rawlings would never think to look there.
Wait a minute, kiddo. I thought we were a team, huh? Hey, you want to get rid of me now?
No.
Good, because I'm not going nowhere.
Where's she going? I don't know. I gather you don't want me to run that stuff through the computer.
You gather right.
Sorry.
Don't be, man. Be deaf and dumb.
Cruz,
for the rest of the day.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Hey, listen. I haven't had a chance to get the whole story, and I need a chance.
What's it gonna change?
Paul, there were certain circumstances.
Cruz, listen, man. I know it's a cold thing to hear, but is that for you to decide? I mean, you're in a bad place, man, and you shouldn't be there. Between your wife and the woman that you used... I'm sorry, I was just remembering, okay? And maybe you should just hand it over.
What?
The case.
To you?
And you mean a lot to me. You know? I'm not gonna let anything touch you. Not this conversation, not anything. And I'm not gonna let anybody hurt your lady. I'll steer her through this, Cruz, but you gotta let somebody else do it. You know that.
I make the assignments in this division. Right now, I don't particularly care what the hell you think of me, man. I'm worried about my boy, okay? I'm worried about my family.
Look, you made me. You showed me how to go. Now what? Does that only count for somebody you don't know?
Look, just go back to the station house, man. I will take care of this.
I gotta know first if she's gonna run.
She won't.
Okay. Look, I'll be by my phone, all right? I got a couple hours of boondoggle at my desk. I think that's all you'll need. That's all you need? What is that, a threat? No. I just know you.
Okay, guys, Courtney won't be calling for a while, so I think we can all just afford to settle in.
But what if Dr. Rawlings comes back?
Well, he came back once before. He didn't find anything, so why would he come back again, huh? Owen, my pal, my roomie. Are you starting to have second thoughts about this venture?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that you don't owe us anything. Are you wishing you were back in the hospital now?
No, never, never, never again. Just this one day, and the trip here, this room, and your sweater. I'd do anything.
Oh, really? Well, what would you like to do? I mean, once we shake Rollins, square things away, you gotta have a game plan, right?
Well, I'm not going to see my sister.
Okay.
She's the one that keeps telling people I'm odd. And she doesn't brush her teeth.
Well, Owen, I'm sure you're going to want your own apartment, right?
Yes, but I don't need much room. I think I'd like a plant, too.
I guess that means you're gonna have to get a job, buddy boy.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are lots of jobs you can do.
I'll bet there's one thing you'd really like to try, though, huh? Am I right? I knew it. See, Kelly here, she always wanted to be an artist. And she is. She's a good one. Me, I always wanted to be a... Well, I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm it. What about you?
I want to work for the telephone company.
Well, Owen, that's a wonderful idea.
I don't know whether I'd rather like it better climbing poles or, you know, talking to people. And giving them any number they want.
I think you would be excellent at either thing.
I can remember 15 numbers in a row. You know, you just say 15 numbers slow, and I can remember.
That is incredible.
Thank you. What about you? What do you want to do, Leonard? I mean, Pearl.
Well, I'm not sure.
You going back to Boston?
Maybe.
What about you? What are you going to do, Kelly?
Oh, well, I haven't decided yet, Owen.
Come here. We're gonna get Rollins put away, so I don't want you worrying about leaving the hospital and that looking bad for you. Because nobody is gonna blame you for that.
Well, I'm not worried about that, Pearl.
You come to Boston with me.
Oh, I don't think Courtney would like that.
No, I said with me. Man, you could change your hair, your name, get a new job. Who knows? You would never have to face a courtroom again, kid.
Oh, Pearl, I couldn't do that. You can do that. I can't get away with it.
You are, Basie. I mean, you are the one that had the least to gain by all this, and you're the one that saved all of us. One way or another, I'm gonna see that life does well by you.
Oh, well, thank you for these journals, Dr. Bellows, but to be honest, I've done my homework, and what I'm most interested in now is an interview with you.
Oh, no, Miss Middleton. No. The piece in your magazine is about Dr. Rawlings.
True, but it did not escape my notice that your name was mentioned several times in what the professional world would consider Dr. Rawlings' most important monograph. Oh, the name... I can't think of the name.
Yes, you mean the one in the annual review of psychiatric methods and psychopathology.
Exactly.
Yes.
Brilliant work on Dr. Rawlings' part.
Well, I think I had best not comment on that.
Dr. Bellows, can we be frank? See, I realize behind every famous scientist there is someone of strength, of great intelligence, who toils for the truth but gives not a fig for fame. Now, have I found that man? Well, tell me how long you've worked with Dr. Rawlings.
The compound does have therapeutic uses under careful supervision, but not in the treatment of allergies because it is highly addictive nature and similarity to amphetamine sulfate. Speed.
Yes, Christine.
All right, put it through.
Hello. Santana, hello.
I hate you.
Don't hang up. What's wrong?
What do you think is wrong? You thought you were so clever replacing that headlight.
Whose nose?
My one consolation is knowing that when I go to prison, so will you.
How much did you tell him? Did he arrest you?
No, but he will. And we'll both find ourselves charged with attempted murder.
He thinks that I ran into Eden on purpose.
No, he can't do that. He has to go through me first. And any charge he trumps up, I'll knock down. How much did you tell him?
Are you sure? Can you do that?
Yes, I can, if you just explain. Look, where are you? I'll come down and see you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Timmons. I tried to tell him.
I'm sure you did, Christine.
Keith, did something happen, Keith?
You have business with me?
That's right.
Well, then make an appointment.
I'm making one. I got a few questions to ask you about the night of Eden Capwell's hit and run.
Me? Why?
You know why.
Oh, about the eyewitness.
You know what I'm talking about.
I assume this is about your wife.
Keep talking.
Well, I understood that she told you all there is to tell about that night.
I want to hear it from you. You met, you went to a motel, you had a discussion. You talked about your consciences. You left. Then what?
Then she wanted to go home.
And you?
And I did too.
And?
And I went home.
What about Inspiration Point?
Well, nice view, long drop. But what the hell do you want?
Where is she?
Miss Santana?
Did you get to her, Keith, or did she get to you?
I thought you wanted to talk about the hit and run.
You're safe for now. But only for now.
Christine, buzz Whitney and get him over here as soon as you can.
Right away. Yes, Mr. Timmons would like to see you in his office, please.
Who did he just have you call?
Excuse me? District Attorney's office.
Oh, is Keith still there? We were cut off. It's Santana Castillo.
Oh, one moment, please.
No, you don't.
Yes, Timmons speaking.
Keith, it's me. I do need help. Cruz knows about it. Please don't hang up on me.
Santana?
I know it's you. Now, where are you?
What the hell was that all about?
That was my wife, wasn't it?
Are you crazy?
Yes. And if you messed with her, man, I'm gonna kill you. Mr. Timmons, you want to see me?
Yeah, come on in, Paul. Close the door. Look, there's something screwy about the investigation that Cruz is running on the Eden Capwell accident, if it was an accident. I mean, he came in there, started talking. He started ranting and raving about, I don't even know what. Do you know?
I wasn't here.
Yeah, right. Well, he mentioned his wife. Do you know anything about her involvement?
Look, I'm not assigned to the case.
I think somebody ought to talk to her, Paul.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, I hope to God it's nothing, but, you know, this is terrible. I got an impulse, and I called up a DMV, and they said that Santana's car fits the description of the hit-and-run vehicle. And the driver is described as a dark-haired woman.
Did you mention this to Cruz?
Gosh, I didn't have the heart to, but I think somebody ought to look into this.
Like I said, it's not my case.
Oh, come on. Make it your case.
You have to go through an awful lot of channels, Mr. Timmons. I only take my orders from Inspector Castillo.
No, I have not heard any more about Kelly, but here is a quarter. The next time, call me.
It isn't like you to stand around twiddling your thumbs, Cece. I mean, if it were my daughter...
And just what is your recommendation, Gina?
I think somebody should take charge. Why don't I?
Don't you dare.
I'm not talking about going to the police. There are other ways of finding Kelly.
You know, I have seen too much of you today, Gina, and I'm getting really sick of you. You will say nothing to anybody about Kelly, and you will keep your nose out of this family's business.
All right. But I think you better watch your mouth. You're not married to Cece.
That is
If you got 10 seconds, get out or I call the security.
I'm leaving. Excuse me, Cece. I've set out a light supper for you and Sophia whenever you're ready.
Fine, Rose. I'd appreciate it. Just get her out and close the door behind her.
Certainly.
Well, that smile on your face could curdle milk, Rosa.
It's a special smile I save for you, Gina. Now get out.
I can't wait to make your life miserable again. Oh, but in the meantime, I'm sure she'll do it for me. Toodaloo.
Hola, honey.
Where is Brandon?
Upstairs waiting for you, darling. It's all right.
Mama, I can't take him home now. You'll take care of him, won't you?
Well, of course.
And you'll keep Gina away from him?
Well, she's going.
I don't mean just tonight.
I don't understand, darling.
I'm sorry. You will. Will you just go get him for me, please? I don't want anyone knowing that I'm here. I just came to say goodbye.
So glad you agreed to have dinner with me.
Well, Monica, I have this deep-seated conviction that the power to seize the moment is the proper function of the integrated personality.
You know, I've thought that many times, but never been able to say it quite so well.
I also believe in giving immediate voice to the urges that one feels.
Oh, yes. As did Macintosh.
Macintosh?
Well, surely you've heard of Macintosh.
Let me think.
No, actually, maybe you didn't, since you started working with Dr. Rawlings after he left Boston. Macintosh figured prominently in Dr. Rawlings' work prior to 1981. But I find it very odd that he's never had the occasion to bring up that name, Macintosh.
Well, I can't think of... Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. But Dr. Rawlings doesn't mention her name very much nowadays.
Oh. Well, why do you suppose that is?
Well, strictly off the record, I gather the divorce was a very unpleasant one. Even great men have their moments of immaturity.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Besides, I don't ever remember him calling her by her full name. It was always either Priscilla or Mac, depending on his mood.
And where does Mrs. Rawlings live now? I think she'd make a terrific interview.
Oh, no. I don't think he'd like that. She's in Mexico someplace, on the peninsula. Ensenada, I think. Yes. Oh, Monica. Monica, you don't know how much this has meant to me. Finally, I meet someone who understands how I've labored under that man's shadow. How for years he has taken all the credit for my accomplishments.
Oh, I understand, Henry. I understand. I, too, have been held back. You see, the science world is not an easy path for a woman to take. And it's doubly difficult when you're a lesbian.
Santana, you're frightening me. Where are you going?
Mama, I'm not going anywhere. I just won't be able to...
Santana, I thought that was your car outside. Is it time to go home now?
No, sweetheart, not just yet.
Why? The Screws have more work to do?
Yes, I'm afraid so. So how were you today? Were you a good boy? Of course you were. You always are. You're the very best.
Not always.
No, I can't listen to you. You know, if you didn't do everything today perfectly, I'm just going to eat this little shirt of yours.
No.
Brandon, you know how some little boys and girls grow up knowing exactly what they want to be? Like Cruz. He knew that he wanted to be a policeman so that he could put bad people in jail so the rest of us wouldn't get hurt. Well, I always wanted to be a little boy's mommy.
You just about are to me.
Thank you. That makes me very happy. Now, Brandon, promise me that you'll listen to Cruz and Rosa and do what they say, okay? Goodbye.
Why did she get sad?
I know. Why don't we go in the kitchen and I'll fix you some supper, all right?
Okay. It's okay. Santana's gone. You can come out. Oh, Pearl, is your foot gonna be okay?
Oh, my foot? No, it's nothing. Believe me, don't worry about me. You have fixed all that ails me. I mean, how could I have ever figured that it was Rollins' ex-wife that we were looking for, right?
Now I guess you're gonna want to track her down, right?
Well, Courtney, I mean, you don't expect me to stop and play safe now. I owe it to Alice. I owe it to Kelly. I owe it to Brian. I want to bust this bozo bad.
I know. That's why I hired the boat.
What?
See, I knew that it was going to be hard to get across the border without hassle. So I got a boat, and it's going to be moored down at the harbor tonight. We can take Uncle Cece's dinghy from his boathouse. But until then, I've also rented a hotel, and we can wait there, okay?
You are a living Wonder Woman. You know that?
Yeah? Well, go on.
And how could you have ever thought that I do not appreciate you? Look, I'm sorry for this afternoon. I really am. You know that, don't you?
Well, I may have been unreasonable, you know. How could I expect you to be excited to see me when you were expecting the National Guard to be knocking your door down?
I was jumping for joy on the inside. I just didn't show it. My problem is I got to get the rest of me in sync with my outside, right?
Well, that's going to be quite a novelty from the man who brought us Pearl and Leonard Kopnick and Teddy Roosevelt and a cat
Teddy
that
who?
fell.
Franklin Delano. I just wonder if you're going to like me when I rip away all my masks. That's all.
Well, I guess I better get Kelly and Owen and take them to the hotel.
Yeah, but Kelly first, alone, then on, okay? Okay. Wish me luck. Oh, well, yeah, right.
What have you done with my daughter?
Cece, who is it?
I know you're very worried about your daughter, Kelly, but she is fine. Come with me and see for yourself.
Hello? Keith?
Keith, please contact me as soon as possible regarding Kelly. It's important. Labanoses, putative allergy pill requested. Allergy pill? Highly addictive, similar to amphetamine, trembling, paranoia, rapid breathing. He knows.
I didn't leave the country.
Where were you?
I'm back. I think that's a testament to something, don't you? Stupidity, maybe?
Did you get things straightened out with Keith?
What things?
Whatever you called him for. I know you called him.
You know. You know, you always know.
I pretty much have to. I don't get told a hell of a lot around here.
Well, then why don't you tell me what's going to happen to me? How many years of my life am I going to lose?
That depends on what you did.
What did you tell the newspapers?
For God's sake. Nothing.
What did you tell Paul?
Nothing.
Well, then whom did you tell?
You don't get it, do you? You never have. You never have. You come first with me.
You didn't tell anyone?
Santana, I am not going to tell anybody anything until I know what we are up against.
I thought I was up against you.
You've known me longer than anybody. Except maybe my parents. And you don't know me at all. It's remarkable. All right, I want to go over that night, minute by minute. What you knew, what you thought, what you said, and to whom.
Sounds a little like you've already decided what the answers are. The big difference between an accident and attempted murder is malice aforethought. Isn't that how they put it? And I don't think you ever recall my malice toward Eden being in any short supply. So will you still be so loyal? Will I still be number one, no matter what I did, no matter what you think I did? I think I should have a lawyer here.
What can I do for you, Stu?
I'm sorry, Inspector. I've got a warrant from the district attorney's office. It's for the arrest of your wife.
Hello, this is Valerie Harper. Tonight, David finds out Mom's the boss at home and at the job when I hire him as a part-time employee. I could be making a big mistake here. How does a mother fire her own son? Tonight on Valerie.
And on Amazing Stories, what do new homeowners do when they find ghosts in the attic? Then, an extraordinary story of heroic dignity. He was born grotesque, but in time the world would applaud his courage. The Elephant Man, tonight.